Hello students, welcome to Lita's English. Yes learner, it's an acknowledgement that basic English grammar is an indispensable part of English grammar. Certainly, to be a good speaker or to be a good writer, we have to know about some fundamental topics in English grammar. In sober fact, noun forms a great proportion of English vocabulary, and they come in a sentence in a wide variety of types. Moreover, learning about noun will give us about a clear idea about subject, object, direct object, indirect object, and many functions of a sentence. And your efficiency will come out when you will go for right form of verbs, sentence corrections, like find out countable or uncountable noun, and this type of different topics in English grammar. So dear students, knowing about noun is really of great importance. But surprisingly, many of us have a misconception about this topic now. They think this topic is really childish, and they think like this topic doesn't suit us at all. But dear learner, surprisingly, I'm sorry to say, just let me inform you that in our country, you will get different type of questions in your examination related noun. And the examinations are in your admission test for university, your interview board, Viva board, and of course in HSC, SSC, JSC, and PSC. So dear students, I hope you understood the importance of noun. And of course, I left no stone unturned to make you understand you that noun is really significant, very important in English grammar. So dear learner, let's start to learn more about this topic now. Well, dear students, you can see I really love to give you the information of basic grammar. You can see I have written here some information for you. Here I have written some lines, and these lines are underlined. Okay, let me read out these lines. Well, Jisan is a student. He lives in Dhaka. All his friends love him very much. He has a dog. His sister likes to play with the pet. Yes, dear learner, you can see the underlined words: Jason, student, Dhaka, friend, dog, sister, pet. These underlined words are basically noun. That means they are name of any person, thing, place, quality, and like this. So I hope you have understood this topic, that's what actually noun means. Well, here is a definition for you. You can see I have written here what is noun. Well, a noun is a word which denotes the name. I have already mentioned this above lines, the name of a person, thing, place, quality, condition, and like this. So learner, I hope you understood any kind of name is called noun, and it has great importance in English grammar. Without noun, of course, you will not find any subject, object like this. So this topic is really very important. Well, next step is in justification of my words. I just want to mention here that this important topics is functions of noun. Here I have written some functions of noun with examples, and some only mention the functions. First one, noun has a role in a sentence in different functions. First one is role of subject. Sometimes noun works as it's. Why I'm telling sometimes. If we can see noun used basically in a sentence as a subject. Ummi is doing good. Here you can see Ummi is a name, and in this sentence it is used as subject. Next one, rule of object. She, of course it's a pronoun, has a nice dress. It's a noun and it's an object. And next comes role of direct object. He has brought a new mobile. This word mobile is a direct object here, learner. Next one, yes learner, I want to mention again, I am talking about functions of noun. Well, next comes rule of indirect object. Yes, noun sometimes used in a sentence as an indirect object, like she won't give Remo a book. Next, I didn't write here the examples but only mention the functions. Well, it's sometimes used as adjective, sometimes adverb, and appositive. This topic is very important, and of course I will talk about this topic in my later video. Next one is possessive. These are the functions of noun. So as I was talking that noun has great importance in grammar, I hope you understood when you observing these functions of noun. So next comes another important topics which is very important. Dear students, I want to emphasize here is very important. Well, classifications of noun. In English grammar, there are two types of noun. First one is concrete noun. You can see I have given a sign for concrete noun, and next one is abstract noun. Dear learner, I didn't mention here the definition, but of course I will clear you about this concept, concrete noun and abstract noun. Basically, a concrete noun represents a thing that is real and tangible. That means which has physical appearance. So, of course, a name which need physical appearance at the same time can be seen, can touched, smell, heard, and tasted. So, learner, if in a simplest way, just we can say which name has visibility and we can feel the existence of that noun is basically concrete noun. And you can see some example like sugar, water, physical existence, and we can feel this, touch this, smell this. So this is called concrete noun. I will talk about this concrete noun and show you the functions and the classification of concrete noun, which will discussed in which will be discussed in right form of verbs as well. So definitely I will talk about every part of grammar, but I just want to mention here that remember I will talk this topic later about concrete noun, and concrete noun are classified in 4 types. Well, next one, abstract noun. It's opposite of concrete noun. Well, so if we talk about abstract noun, it is just an opposite of concrete noun. That means abstract noun is usually the name of quality, action, state, or concept. They are tangible and cannot be touched, tasted, smelled, heard, but only we can feel its existence by heart. So overall we can say abstract noun has no physical existence actually, but we can feel this. You can see property. Actually there is no existence, no place for property, but you understood what is property actually. Next, truthfulness. If we talk about brotherhood, if you talk about friendship, see there is no visibility of this topics. Actually it's a quality. So this type of all type of name is actually abstract noun. So learner, I hope you understood this two things which is very relevant to other topics. And now I'm going to talk about concrete noun in detail. Well learner, as I talked earlier, now I would like to talk about concrete noun. As earlier I said, concrete noun are divided into four types. First one is proper noun, next common noun, collective noun and material noun. Now I would like to move on the first part of concrete noun, which is of course proper noun. Well, proper noun is the name of some particular person actually, and at the same time it's a particular place or thing. Moreover, it's important to mention here that in written English, proper noun always starts with capital letter. So, here is a definition for you. You can see a proper noun is the name of a particular name, as I have mentioned, particular name of person, place, thing, event, distinct from each other. So in fine we can say any kind of name in simple, and there is no common name for it is called proper noun. Here are some different example for you. First one is a name. Nirjan, Dhaka, it's a place. School. So any kind of name is actually called proper noun, which has no common noun. Next one, another is very important, dear learner. It will help you to know about right form of verb, subject verb agreement. So please give emphasis on this topic. That is about common noun. Well, if we talk about common noun, we can say common noun is a noun that is not the name of a particular thing or class, but that represent one or all of the members of that class or thing. So any kind of name in group called common noun. So we can say a common noun is the name given in common to every person or thing of the same class. This one, the same class or kind. So we can say a noun that we use for all the entities for the same class is a common noun. Like here are some example. You can if we talk about a river in our country, there are many rivers like Podda, Meghna, Jamuna, like this. But if we talk in general, in that case you definitely will use here river. That means it's a common name of the proper noun. And if we talk about the Padma, in that case of course it's a proper noun. Next one, poet. If we talk about Kazi Nazrul Islam, of course it is a proper noun. But if we talk about poet, that means the entire class or entire kind of poet. Like this, flower. So hope you understood this topic, common noun. So common noun is basically means a group which has a common name. Next comes collective noun. You can see collective noun has great importance like other noun in English grammar. Usually collective noun is the name of a collection or number or group of things or person taken together and considered of as one whole. One thing, collective nouns are basically means a group. Remember, it's a group basically. If the group works together, that is used as singular. But dear learner, if the groups give us a different idea, in that case we must say this group or this word will work as plural form. So we can say a collective noun is the name of a group or a collection of similar person but in a group, or things considered as one undivided whole. If we talk about this example here, family, you know family means a group like this. jury, parliament, and many other words like people, cattle, community, group, team. These all are collective noun. Remember, it's very important to mention here that, as I already talked, that if these words work together and give us information about an unity, in that case of course it's singular, but if these words give us only different views, in that case they will work as plural number and the verb will follow like this. Next come material noun. Well, a material noun is the name of material and substance which cannot be counted but weighed. Well, so if we talk about water, here we will find hydrogen and oxygen, right? That means water. So here we will get substance like this, gold, iron. So this type of words and this type of name where we get substance is called basically material noun, and always this thing is singular form. So dear learner, I hope it's now very clear to you what is noun actually and what are the importance of these things. I hope who has knowledge about basic English or who are in now advanced level, of course you understood this topic is really very important. So give emphasis on this lecture and collect information as much as possible. Well, learner, I have already mentioned everything about noun. So, dear learner, please give emphasis on this topic and practice it at home a lot, because I have already mentioned everything about noun and its importance. So, learn about noun and prepare yourself for any kind of exam and use them in your writing or speaking. So, that's all for today. More in my next class. Thank you everyone. Learn English in English.